Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Avengers, issue number 7. That's right, I'm back, it's back, we're back. Avengers is back on my reading list, and I'm back bringing Avengers whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to go into this story too much, because I think that this is a brilliant story. It's wonderful. It it actually introduces Dr. Doom, the infamous Iron Man, onto the team, and that's exciting. That's the reason why I came back, okay? Now, the reason why I fell off of this series in the first place was because of the artwork by Mike Del Mundo. No disrespect to the guy, I just don't feel like he was a perfect fit for the kind of story that was being told, which was specifically a time travel story where they're going through limbo an awful lot. When you're going through limbo, it's hard to understand things, but when the writer does, when Mark Waid, when he's writing, and he doesn't explain exactly what's going on, and you can't understand what's going on through the pictures, you kind of have two different heads talking to each other. If you play Dungeons and Dragons, you know the Etten, yeah, or World of Warcraft, the two-headed ogre magi. Regardless, the idea is that the one head was not communicating with the other, and we're in the middle going, I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. So, yeah, I actually remember even saying that Mark Waid this was the worst story that he's ever written. I was so disappointed with those first couple issues. I forget if I finished with issue 3 or if I even ventured into issue 4, but I just quit the series because I couldn't understand enough of what was going on. I didn't feel that Nadia Pym was properly being respected the way that, she was in her own comic book. Like, you didn't understand what was going on. You had no clue, and Spider-Man wasn't even acting like himself. All of that has changed. Mark Waid is still on here. Jeremy Whitley has joined the writing team also. I don't know if that's what's balancing this out, but it works great. Mike Del Mundo is still here. He's still coloring. He's still doing the colors. And I'm glad that he is, because he has a very unique, very beautiful style of blending that I've never seen before, and I really did like. But it's balanced with regular penciler Phil Noto, and it works. It works so damned well right now. Just, you know what? Seriously, that's why I don't want to ruin the story. I do want to point out, however, that while reading the infamous Iron Man comics, which is one of my favorite comic lines right now, I have to say that I kept on thinking at any moment, not at any moment, but maybe after 12 issues, maybe after, whatever, maybe after 2 years, that eventually he was going to go back to being the evil Dr. Doom again, or, who he typically is. But now, with this issue, I'm telling you, this is how much I love this issue. Now, I want Dr. Doom to stay exactly how he is, because he has... The relationship that he develops with Nadia Pym in this is so superb that if he goes back to being evil again, then she's going to have to go back to being evil. Again, we're going to have the Red Room Latveria style. And I don't care if it's a reality TV show or otherwise, but this was just such a heartwarming, lovable... I want him to stay in this comic. I want him to be a part of this team. There's no reason why he can't be. I want this artist and colorist combination. I want the writer team. I want everything in this comic to stay exactly like it is for at least this I imagine it's going to be 6-issue run before they consider changing anything up, because these guys really need to find a pace. Just like this, they need to understand what this pace is and keep running with it, because it's just so wonderful. I'm giving this comic a B. For a comic that I dropped off of with issue 3 or 4 and just gave Fs or Ds, whatever, and I just said, I'm done with this. For me to have, of course I'm going to come back and look at it because they got Dr. Doom on the cover. But for me to actually stay, guys, it's hard to get somebody to come back. I'm not trying to praise myself at all. Anyone, it's when someone drops your comic, especially when it's the most expensive comic, on the market right now, the Marvel Comics, for someone to actually be able to come back to your comic and want to stay with your comic on top of that, yeah, that's at the very least an A for effort. But yeah, this comic, it's worth it to read, to check it out, and to add to your collection. Guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, class dismissed.